Yeah, we're back, yep. Yeah, I had to charge my other phone. I just uploaded a video that I just made. So, what's up, the villain? Yeah, yep. I had to charge my other phone, so how much I pay? I pay $48 a month here for Wi-Fi. Gotta go to the gym. Yeah, I didn't go to the gym today. I was too depressed to go. But yeah, I mean, if you want to go, you should. I guess you can if you want to, right? Hit chest, legs, or back, or cardio or something. So yeah, I saw your video request. I screenshot that on there. So we'll do a video on that soon. Might not go either. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Sometimes it's not worth going to the gym sometimes. Sometimes the people can make you not want to go. For 55. Yeah, I'm not really too knowledgeable with that stuff with the internet speeds, but I guess my shit's good for 40 bucks. I don't know. Guess it's okay of a price. I remember some guy was right by the door. He was trying to sell me another internet provider or something. It's weird. Yeah, yeah. When you're like garbage, like if you feel sick, it's best to rest, man. You don't want to keep going. I know when I was sick last week, I couldn't even work. My throat was hurting, my nose was fucked. Do the same with your mental health. That's the same thing with me. Like I'm not even going to work tomorrow. Fuck that. This boss is just kind of affecting my health. It's like, how long can I be calm with somebody like that? It's just shit. Yeah, you always listen to your body, though. That's what I think, man. If you can. Yeah, that's a lot. $75, Canada. Yeah, that's way too high, man. Too high. That's probably the minimum, too, possibly. Yeah, I mean, if he gets the speed, I guess it could be good, but doesn't need to be that high, though. That's ridiculous. Best video game. Um, I did say Mario Kart, but I guess I do like Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I like that. So, yeah, I'm skipping again. Yep. I'm debating on if I want to go work for this company anymore. I don't want to just keep working and then dealing with this guy, and then he wants me to drop off this coworker all the fucking time. Let this fucking boss do it himself. And I'm at a point where I'm just tired of it. But I may come into work Monday if I decide to still work with this guy. Just gotta tell him I'm not feeling good. I'm actually being honest. Like, if he says, like, are you like faking it? I'll be like, I'll just send a picture of my medicine. That's it. Sick of it, man. Yeah, I get like this though. That's how I can't keep a job. I can't. My mental's bad. It's not the best thing to do, but you know. Uh, poor. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I'm not. I don't know if I would be in. I don't know if I would support euthanasia for that. I'm not sure. But if it's kind of like someone that, like, say, is having other problems while being that, then yeah, it's affected its life. I would think so. I don't know how I find motivation. I always liked going out. It's just like something I like to do. It's not like a motivation to me. It's just something I like doing. I've done it for a long time. So, yeah. Fucking sucks. Yeah, what's up, Gamer Stance? Yeah, it is a scary place, I agree. Yeah, I like them both. I mean, I'm not a big gamer now, but I used to like gaming more back then. But I heard the Battlefield Battle Royale is pretty good. I might give that a shot. Heard it's free, so might play that tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, because if you have more humans, then it could be ones that aren't gonna show compassion, right? So I would like your job. Yeah, your security, right? I mean, I did do that before, you know. I think the only problem with the security for me is I couldn't handle the shift work because of how my sleep schedule. I need to have like a routine, like if I worked from like 8 to 4, that would work for me. If I worked from like 4 a.m. to like 12 p.m., that would work, right? A consistent schedule. But if it's like sporadic, like it's say if I'm working a shift for Allied Universal, like I worked from um, like 4 p.m. to 12, and then no one relieves me. So then I'm working from 12 to 8 a.m. That's gonna mess up my sleep cycle. It's gonna give me a manic episodes. That's the only reason that I wasn't able to handle security, even though it's not hard. You know, sucks. Like I can't even handle a job that's simple as that because of the schedule. You know, it's what I have. It's terrible. Like a job that's like a steady schedule where it doesn't affect me too much. It would help and I don't know. It's difficult. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, exactly. The world is gonna exist. What happens? Yep. I mean, Earth will always be standing. It's just, like say, if humans were trying to cause like climate change, the Earth will adapt to that. It's just, I guess the climate change will wipe out certain species, right? And then it can affect humans too. So yeah, I mean it's something I always liked doing. I always kind of liked lifting weights. I always liked it because I liked playing sports. I still like playing basketball, even though I haven't played it much, and it kind of it kind of helped. It kind of got me into the gym pretty much more, and it's I just like it. Just a cope of mine. Not everyone's into it, but it's just something I like doing. Yeah, it can. Yep. Protected sex, sterilization. Yeah, I remember we were talking about that last time, the other live. Yep. Guess if you don't want to be risking pregnancy, just abstain. Just kind of go monk mode. But I mean, I guess if you protect yourself, you kind of know what you're doing. Uh, there's most likely not going to be a pregnancy. But you're right, though. You're not wrong. Yeah, yep. Earth was lava, yep. And then it was like the Ice Age, and it was all that stuff. Yeah, it kind of does suck having a conscience, yep. Kind of does. Yeah, I guess like if if you really want to abstain from sex, I guess anhedonia will do it, even though you'll have another problem. Or just maybe no fap or something. But that can kind of make you urge to kind of want that. I don't know. Yeah. Been kind of been playing like that too. Feels like I'm dead inside, out during the daylight constantly. Yeah, I mean, it's a biological instinct. Yep. It's like humans want to procreate. Yep. Find a job you like and you'll never have to work a day in your life. I mean, the thing is, if I work a job that I like, I'm still working. So, like, when a person says that doesn't make sense, really. Um, the thing is, like, if I work a job that I like, it could turn into a job that I don't like, also, because of the people. It could be the workload. It could make me dissatisfied, right? So, working a job you like isn't always gonna be the answer. I mean, maybe it might be for some people, but not everybody, though. Uh, but I don't understand how people can, yeah, allow that. Yeah, I don't understand people, like, not protect themselves either. People just get kind of, most of the time, people get messed up. They drink, they lose their inhibitions, and they don't even think of stuff like that. They just kind of go animalistic, and they don't protect, and they go raw, and that's what happens. That's how it goes, it seems like. Yeah, all work's a joke. Yeah, yep. I agree with that. Freedom society. Yeah, I don't believe in that though. Society will never be free, it seems like. Just doesn't seem that way. Yeah, I don't feel like a robot either. I don't like feeling that way. Uber Eats is everywhere for everything. Yeah, yep. DoorDash also. You have your competition. Yeah, it's everywhere now. I'm kind of surprised that there's like places like Domino's and other places. Maybe they just kind of adapted to like technology and they started doing that. Jobs with mandatory late night shifts are the worst. Yeah, I agree. Yep. That's something that I can't handle. I can't do a job like that. If I'm working a job that like is evening and they make me try to work the whole night after that, then I get worse. So yeah, I mean it's besides like someone that has like an illness like me, it sucks regardless. Like you would like to get your sleep. You would like to chill, relax, but you're working. You're tired. It sucks. Fucking terrible. Yeah, I feel that, man. Nothing here to be accomplished to make anything really worth it, right? Yeah, because if I guess you do that subjective purpose to get through life, you achieved it or something, and then what is next? Then you're back in the same cycle again. It's like you gotta keep making things up, and the older you get, kind of is a little harder to be curious of things and trying to do other things because you have more responsibilities and there's it seems like time goes by faster, and it just kind of, you know. Yep. Marriage is the leading reason for divorce. Yep. I mean, how are you supposed to get divorced if you're not married. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what my cousin would say. You're just negative, dude. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, man. Yeah, but the thing is, in the first world country, it's happening a lot. Look at America, like single mothers, you know? How much you want to bet a lot of those were accidental pregnancies? That's the crazy part, right? Like, yeah, I agree. Like, if you're a first world country, you have a lot of sex education. You think more people would be strapping it up, you know? But it doesn't seem like that when there's accidental pregnancies out there and there's more single mothers, right? Oh, shit. Yeah, this shit is dreadful, man. Polygamous? Yeah, I actually do believe that, man. I remember my one boss like 3 years ago. I think we were going back to the shop and we were done work and he was driving and he's married basically and there's a girl like jogging on the sidewalk and she was attractive or something and he checked her out. He's like, oops, I didn't mean to do that, I'm married, you know, I'm not supposed to do that. And I just told him that's just natural, dude. Like, it's okay to check out an attractive woman over there. You know, or polygamous basically seems like in nature. But I guess like if you're trying to be in a relationship, yeah, children, you should try to be loyal to your partner, you know, and try to get along so your not parents, your kids can have a good life, you know. You don't want your kids to be like shit. Yeah, I can't digest this life that much longer either, man. Eventually, I gotta give up and go to the toilet. Yeah, I feel that, man. Yeah, yep. I mean, that's life, yep. Life and death. What's up, Mr. Blank Mask? What's up, man? Adoption over procreation. Yeah, but people are gonna say, I want a kid that looks like me. I don't want to adopt. Yeah, I'm still going. Yep, I'm going. Next Friday, I'm gonna go. They say there's gonna be snow in the forecast, which is something I'm kind of worried about because like hopefully my flights doesn't get canceled when I come back here, you know. But yeah, I'm still gonna go. I'm not gonna cancel that shit. After that, though, I'm not gonna have fun really. I'm just gonna try to focus on moving out of here, kind of. That's what I'm trying to do. But debate if I want to keep this job. If I don't, then I'm just trying to find something else, and hopefully I can tolerate it, so I can save enough money to get out of here. You know, just having a hard time right now. We learned from the history that we don't learn from the history. Yeah, I mean, humans don't really learn from history, man. We repeat it, I guess. Live a half hour from Minneapolis. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I'll be going up there next week. My volume's kind of low. Yeah, there we go. I'll turn it up now. You might be able to hear me better. I mean, this phone isn't the best, so. Well, yeah, my volume was kind of low, so. Kill us with the AI. I'll be kind of crazy. I mean, they would need us, you know. McTow. Yeah, no freedom in this life, that's for sure. Yeah, I had to charge my phone. I had to charge my phone for a little bit. Yeah, that's a you problem. Stop being broke. Go out there and get three more jobs. Yeah, it's not easy, you know. I mean, there's times where it's people's fault though. They they do it to themselves. They buy things that they don't need and shit. But yeah, I mean, if you're broke and you're trying your best to budget, then it's not totally your fault, you know. Then it is the system, right? He had it live too. Damn, I need to watch his lives, man. I think I saw him live. I just didn't watch it because I was like today. I was just out of it. I was not feeling well, you know. Yeah, I like Set My Own Way. He's talks about some good stuff on there. I liked his old videos too. Born Corrupt System. Yeah, I like him too. And even though I don't really watch him no more because he's most of his videos are kind of the same as his old ones, but I always liked him though. He's the one that made me create my own channel, you know? Made me start YouTube. Yeah, got into the black pill space. Yeah, I feel like he got into a lot. He got people in a lot of them, you know? Definitely. Consider myself a pessimist or a realist. I guess the way you could kind of tell is if you're more of a pessimist, you're more down. You feel you always view things as negative, you know. But if you're more of a realist, you kind of go hand in hand. Like you kind of are more open to the negativity and the positivity, and you kind of think for yourself with that, you know. So realist being, I don't watch that channel. I don't really know that much about that YouTube channel though. Heard that person's pretty good though. Yeah, Life is Overrated. It's a very good channel. Been watching him for a long time. I had to charge my phone. My other phone died, and I have to use this phone because it's charged more, pretty much. What's IP2? What's that? Our full time streamer? That would be kind of crazy. Be kind of a good way to do that than work a regular job. That's for sure. You're your own boss. You can set your own time, and I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with being a streamer, but I guess the downsides are you could have a lot of haters. You could burn out from it, and um, it's hard to deal with like haters on there sometimes. Sometimes you need to take a break, and it's like every other job, you know. But at least with a full time streamer, it's like way more flexible in your life, you know. Yeah, I mean, that's the only time you realize like if you're a pessimist or you're a realist, you know. Yeah, I like Javel the Doomer. He's a good channel. Yeah, probably I think he's one of my favorite Black Pill channels. Javel the Doomer. It kind of sucks because I think YouTube's attacking him too. It's pathetic. Some bullshit. Maturity is learning not to care about people more than intelligence. People aren't worth caring about. Yeah, but
But if parents should care about their children though. I think I think what's mature to me is you should care for people that are genuine, that are actually worth showing empathy towards, you know? And that's not easy to do, obviously, because there's people out there that want to take advantage of that shit, but like when is the right time to show your empathy? When is the time to not show it? Because there's people out there that want to take advantage of it, and there's people that can be over empathetic, where that can be toxic. That can make your mental health worse. That can make you feel more depressed if you're overly empathetic too. Like you would like to be empathetic towards everybody, but not everyone deserves your empathy. Some people want to take advantage of you or something. I don't really care about that subs shit, dude. To be honest, like 18K and stuff. That's good that he has those subs. I think he deserves it. Like, but for me, I just don't care about being super up there. If it happens, it happens, but I don't care that much. I just kind of use YouTube to talk to people, and I like to say I'll talk about things that I want to talk about, and I like to take requests from people, and that's what I like to do on here. So, yeah, I mean, it's just I feel like if you want to be making income on YouTube and you want to have more subs, it's just you kind of don't want to make videos that will ruin your content and your channel, right? Like where AI will delete your stuff. Like you want to make video content that YouTube allows, and then it's kind of like you can't really be your true authentic self, most of the time. And that sucks. Savvy guy. Yeah, that's a good channel too. He's another Black Pill channel. It's really good too. I think he's funny on his videos. He's got a lot of videos that make me laugh. And then he's got a lot of good content that people resonate with. Most people are a lost cause. Yeah, man. They are a lost cause. Especially these fucking parents out there. Yeah, I like Lorith Mafka. That's an underrated channel right there. That's a good channel for men's loneliness right there. He's got a lot of insight. He's very thoughtful. He's just a good channel. I like him. Tragic Reality's good. I don't really watch Life Outrage. He says good things. I'm not saying he doesn't, but most of his videos are kind of too similar. Is what I think. But he's got a good message in his videos though. That's what is good about those YouTubers that you're mentioning. They have good messages in their channels and their videos. And it helps people in their real life. Yeah, they want a pet. Yeah, that's what a kid is to most of these parents, seems like. Yeah, I mean, I understand with the YouTube shit. They don't want you to say what you want to say anymore. Lawrence Anton. Yeah, I don't really watch him that much, really. Yeah, he's more towards the vegan. He's more like anti-nihilist more. Yeah, I never really watched him really that much. Yeah, hope can only do so much, right? Especially people that believe in God, they pray. Hope only does so much, right? It's kind of like you wish you had some luck that's happening to you right now. Hope doesn't always work. Sometimes you might have to put in the action if you're capable to, or whatever it is. Benedict the Truth. Yeah, I like his videos, but he's kind of doing the same thing as Poor Corrupt Systems. His videos are kind of similar to his old ones. I remember he used to be on my old channel, and he would tell me to sub to him. He was trying to comment on me and like life is overrated and similar channels to try to. He wants to be a big YouTuber or something. It's all about this anti-nihilalism and veganism stuff, because he was Benedict the vegan first, you know, and then later on he blew up, a little bit with his channel, and I think he's got good content on there. I watched a little bit, but there's just some things I don't really resonate with him on. So yeah, yeah, it's super long too. He's got a lot of long videos. Nothing wrong with that though. A Reddit mod? Guess so. Yeah, yep. They need to think critically, yep. Yeah, people don't really think that much though before they have a kid. Shelby would love a guy like that. Yeah, she would. Man, they do suck the politics. Yeah, 1 hour videos every day or two. I mean, that's a lot, man. I mean, I've done those type of videos. They're not easy. They're not easy to do. There's times you'll like repeat yourself doing them videos. Yeah, I mean, if you're rich, like you don't need to forgive people, especially ones that did you wrong. Like, what's wrong with them? Makes them so entitled for that. Yeah, just keep going. Sage. uh, damn, dude. Yeah, yep. I mean, you don't owe your family nothing. You never asked to be born. You made a quality of life yourself, and it was very hard to get there, and you did it, man. F them. Shelby. Yeah, I guess Shelby is a attractive girl name, I guess. I guess there's girls that have that name are attractive also. Maybe there's ones that aren't as attractive. I don't know who Gen Z gets the world is. Who's that? I'm not sure who that is really. Loon. Yeah, she had some good videos, but there were some things that not crazy about with Loon really. But she had some videos that were good and that helped people. Realist Rant Man. Yeah, I liked him, but he started becoming a bully basically to other people that I'm not crazy about online. He didn't have to be that way. And I always liked his videos too. This world treated me terribly. Yeah, that's good, man. Yep. Yeah, they'll never get the quality of life that you have. They're the ones that try to make you see at your downfall and it didn't happen to you. That's good. I'll say it was work to get there, it was luck, and it was the circumstances that helped you out. That got you out of there, seems like. Yeah, technology. Yeah, I agree. Technology progressed. Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's up to you if you want to forgive someone. That's up to you. If they damaged you to the point where it affects your life forever, you don't need to forgive. Obviously, you can move on, but forgiving's something else. Yeah, I get flashbacks from all the bad times at school too. Remember, it was even worse a couple years ago. I had really bad flashbacks in school, and um, every time I would drive towards like a person I used to hang out with from my school that put me down, it would give me bad memories, you know? Equal rights, equal fights. Yeah, I agree with that, man. Yeah. Throwing you in a mental hospital? How come they threw you in a mental hospital, man? That's terrible, man. Retirement is a myth. Yeah, because you're not really fully retired. You gotta still work on your body to make sure it's functioning, you know? uh, yeah. Yeah, now it'll be kind of enabling that person, right? If you gave them stuff. Yeah, maybe you should rest the villain if you can. If you're capable of resting, that's what I would do. Just rest. Because I guess like the more you go out and try to do things, it can get worse. That's what sucks about that. Huge accident. Yeah, that's why I say it's up to the person if they want to or not, you know? Right now? These guys complaining on YouTube saying I don't want to woke. I don't want to forgive my parents. This life's bullshit. This life's a joke. I'd rather just stay in my room all day. Rather just use my left hand and actually have children. Well, I'll tell you this. That's unproductive. It's fucking lazy. You guys need to do something. Go out there and show society what you got. You guys got potential, but you guys gotta stop being negative and things will get better. Yeah, my cousin say he'll do a video next week. He says he's been working a lot and he's busy with the boss and he's trying to get more overtime because he doesn't want to be home. He doesn't want to relax. So yeah, that's the thing. Like people get weirded out. Like if you say, "My family was terrible," you should be able to say that to someone. People think that's a red flag, and it isn't in person. Some people are just too family oriented. National socialism. I mean, I know what socialism is, but what's national socialism though? I mean, if I guess again, like with the politicians running it, like if it doesn't affect inflation too much, it's say the money's actually going towards helping people, and it's doing like it's doing well as a system, then yeah, I guess it can work, you know? It really depends on the people that's running it with the socialism, you know? I guess that's with anything. I mean, with a system, will problems never will be prevented. They'll always be around, but maybe a system like socialism, if it's regulated right and everything goes well, maybe that can help society in ways, you know? Are you running your life or your life is running you? I guess I'm running away from my life, I guess, or your life is running. I mean, I guess life is kind of running towards me and kind of making me worse. I don't know. Parents be first producing kids and complain and bitch about them. Yeah, right? Why would you even have kids then? Stupid shit. Yeah, but I don't think all women are winning the lottery in the West, though. Well, yeah, I mean, I think women do have it easier in a lot of ways that is an advantage in life, you know. Yeah, I would do the same, Shay. Hold grudges on people that screw you over. Like, don't need to fucking be giving them a smile to them or tell these people that uh, compliments or something, you know? Be buddy buddy with people that treat you like garbage. Yeah, you hold grudges with them. You show it to them. Rohai. Yeah. I mean, I guess if you're a woman, you could. I mean, there is advantages, you know. There is disadvantages. The same thing with a man, I guess. You know. She faces anger. I mean, when a woman tries to sleep around more, she gets more stigmatized more than a man does. That's more of a double standard too, you know. Yeah, Tom and Tessa. I mean, I like them now. That they're just kind of out there trying to bully others. Hopefully, they're not doing that anymore. But I don't like what they're doing, especially in this community. You know, stupid. I mean, I thought anti-nails was trying to reduce suffering and pain. How does that make sense when you're trying to bully and put others down? And yeah, like there's people that have kids, and it's too late. You just hope that the kid has a good life. It's what I think of it. And why would you want to increase pain and suffering to the mom and the kid? Try to. I don't know, man. It's, I just don't agree with them. They don't. You don't deserve that treatment from those two, Shay. They're bullies, man. It's pathetic. Be the change, what to see the world. Yeah, that's what society says. Be that change. Fucking do it. Be positive. Go out there and be that change. Show them that you went from a doomer to bloomer. Yeah, I like Life is Alright. He is a really good channel. Be cool to see him do more videos, but I understand, like, if things are busy or especially with the YouTube, it's hard to talk about shit sometimes. Yeah, I am tired, yep. I slept all day today. Still haven't really been feeling well, It doesn't look like it from my lives right now, but I was crying. I was sleeping all day. I was talking to my brother about stuff that really bothered me. Still kind of feeling off. Yeah, yeah, tolerating the crime because that's enabling it. Yeah, right. Non-existence. Yeah, I mean, I'll say the thing is, it's not even feeling good or bad, right? It's just you just feel neutral, and that's what's good about it, I guess, right? Yeah, yep. A lot of ignorance in people. Yep. Overthinking and deep thinking. Yeah, yep. I tend to do both, you know. So there's times where I really overthink and it really overwhelms me, you know. And then deep think it's kind of better because you're just kind of being introspective and you're kind of being thoughtful and having more, you're being more open to possibilities and stuff. Yeah, it is flawed, yep. I think it's flawed in a lot of ways. Yeah, capitalism has too much materialism involved. Gets too superficial. Yeah, because if you live more of a minimalistic life, you don't need much stuff, and you know it's not overwhelming you. You're not trying to compare yourself to others all the fucking time. Like how people are very capitalistic, right? So, yeah, my cousin would say, "Stop overthinking it. Go out there and be optimistic about life." Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with buying stuff. It's just it's the way you buy stuff and what you do it for, you know? You do it to show it off to people, or are you just like actually gonna use it for yourself and it's actually it makes you feel good, you know? It's what it is. New phone and watch. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with it totally, but I guess it is consumerism. It is materialistic, I guess, you know? I mean, I've done it. I'm not gonna get a new phone for a long time now. Hmm. YouTube watches through your camera. Man, imagine that shit. Yeah, I believe it. You know, imagine if you say something that the government doesn't want you to say. FBI will be knocking on your door. Thoughts on Charlie Kirk? I mean, I don't agree with his religious stuff. I'm not super conservative like him. Um, I mean, there's some things I agree with him on with some conservative policies and stuff, and I don't think I think him being killed wasn't a good thing. That was someone all because someone didn't agree with his views isn't doesn't mean you kill somebody, you know. I don't think that's right. And I guess another thing, I mean, I'm just kind of neutral with him, you know. I'm not really for him. I'm not super against him. I'm just kind of neutral, you know. And obviously, him being killed and having children, like, imagine the kid's life now. They don't have a father, and it's just, and that's another thing. As people have kids, they don't realize that they can pass away from something, and they don't realize that can affect their kid's life. You know, obviously, Charlie Kirk didn't realize that, but, you know, that's terrible that happened, and it's just, it sucks. But yeah, I'm pretty neutral with him. I'm not really. I mean, I don't agree with things he says totally, but just kind of neutral, you know? Yeah, I mean, people can think what they want to think about him, you know? You don't have to like him at all. You can like him, you know? It's just, I just don't think it was right for him to be dead. Now his kids are gonna get fucked, you know? It's terrible. Yeah, it's not right to be assassinated for views. Like, speaking your views out, you know? being old sucks. Yeah, it does, man. I mean, I guess I'm still kind of young, but it does suck getting older, though. That's for sure. Yeah, there is a lot of women out there that have a lot of unrealistic expectations from men. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Thing it could be like from the social media, or maybe it's they are too picky and they feel like they're high value, or something. And I mean, there's women out there that have realistic standards as well. I don't think there's nothing wrong if a woman wants like a guy that's a little taller than her, or has it money, or in a way where it's like realistic, or you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But there's a lot of them. I think it's getting worse with that though. I'll agree. Yeah, nothing wrong with Benedict Time the vegan or the truth. I just don't watch him that much. I used to a little bit, but it's like if you watched him from the beginning, it's like he makes those videos are kind of what he talks about now. It's all kind of similar. And there's nothing wrong with those videos. I agree with him. I'm kind of right on ball with that. It's just sometimes you watch something and then if they're gonna make the same things constantly in different words, or they're gonna say it different ways, then you know what he's gonna say. And I think a lot of it's about trying to make an income on YouTube and trying to gain more subscribers, right? So it's what it's kind of is. And it's not, I mean, obviously it's not easy to talk about different stuff. You'll if you do this type of shit, you'll repeat yourself at times. It's not easy. Yeah, I like George Carlin. Very underrated comedian. And he spoke about the truth in ways. Ugh. I like McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's is good, I'll say. I haven't had that in a bit though. Louis C.K. Yeah, I remember you gave me that video reaction to do on my old channel. That was funny, that one. What's eco-fascism? I heard of it. I just don't know what it is. What did you step into? Someone doing a live stream. What's my favorite thing at McDonald's? Uh, I'll say the McChickens. Those are good, or the vanilla milkshakes. What is this about? I'll say what my channel's about. I talk about black pill content. I talk about uh like problems in the world that needs to be addressed. Um, I take video requests from people that want me to talk about things and my thoughts on it. Uh, I talk about why it's selfish to have kids and what can happen to their child. And basically, that's what I talk about on here, or talk about anything on this YouTube live. Yeah, the fries are good. Kind of miss Loon. Yeah, I feel like Loon, even though what happened on the Discord, I like Loon for the most part. I think Loon had some good content. She had a lot of things that I agree with her on. And yeah, it'd be kind of nice to hear her coming back, and watch her videos. and talk about some real things, you know, because I remember watching her last year. She had some good videos, you know, and remember she was dealing with shit at work and at her job and shit I could relate to. So it fucking sucks. But yeah, did a reaction. Yeah, she's ridiculous, man. She's doing all that for clout. She's it makes me like her doing those type of videos, right? Or just it almost makes me think she's faking it. Like she's doing it to get money. She's doing it to get attention, you know? And I don't like those people on YouTube that are doing that. And it's just hard for me to really think is she really like actually get kicked out, be homeless? Is she really this depressed, or she overreacting with her emotions and trying to lure in people, you know? It's just I don't like that shit because of that video just proved it, you know, and I don't know. I mean, there's videos of Shelby that I watched that were okay, you know. Why don't she do videos like that, you know? But it's I don't know. Yeah, he was a bully. Yep, he was on my Discord. He bullied others on there and create memes, and Tezza did the same, you know, and it just wasn't good. It was not good. Basically, it was happening throughout last year, and it was happening a little bit early this year. So yeah, I mean, I always liked Realist Rant Man. Uh, he always had good content. I think he was underrated at a point, you know. And then he just switched up for some reason and trying to put others down and bully others all the time. Just I'm not crazy about that. Yeah, tragic reality's kind of the same. I mean, I like his videos too. It's the same thing with Bantic the Vegan. He's in the Born Corrupt System. They're all doing the same. They're all talk about the same videos a lot of times. Nothing I disagree with. There's things I agree with them on. I kind of get they want to make money, and I guess that's what you want to do, you know. But it'd be kind of cool if they did something different. Especially, there's a lot of things out in this world that be kind of cool to talk about, you know. So yeah, I liked most of her videos, you know. I mean, regardless of the Discord incident, I liked her for the most part, you know. So fell off super fast. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he fell off. I think it's just kind of hard to it is hard to make content on here without repeating yourself, I guess, you know. And if you want to make money, sometimes you want to like make sure that the video that you're making is not against YouTube guidelines, you know. He's a narcissist. What makes you think he's a narcissist? I don't think that of him though, really. Hmm. Yeah, I haven't watched him in a while. Yeah, but that's not good if he acts that way. That's for sure. I don't think he deserves 13K. Yeah, I don't really know, you know. So I haven't watched him in a while. Normie friendly black pill. I guess. Savvy guy too. Yeah, I like Savvy Guy though. I think he's got good content, but I do see a lot of videos can be repetitive though. That's for sure. So WFlism. Yeah, I don't agree with Eflism. I don't believe Eflism is. I don't consider it like a good thing in my perspective, but I guess like if you cherry pick, like say you cherry pick shit out of the Bible from Christianity, like if you want to reduce animal suffering, like I'll cherry pick Eflism and say I want to be a vegan or something, even though being a vegan doesn't really prevent animal suffering, but it reduces it more being like eating more fucking animals, you know? So, and Eflism can be like, I think it could be destructive if it's like abused, you know? It should be, I think Eflism should be more personal thing to me, too. Same thing with anti-natalism. Like, I don't go too far where it's like pushed out there, you know? That's just, I don't, I just not, was never for that, you know? Who hates people? Savvy guy or what's his name? Tragic reality. Yeah, it does. Yeah, if your childhood isn't good, it affects your adulthood. That's for sure, man. That's why it needs to be addressed a lot of times. It needs to, you know, stuff like that. So I know, like, there's a lot of people that had really bad childhoods and they reach adulthood, they have a hard time keeping a job. They have a hard time dealing with their or expressing their emotions. They have a hard time making friends, you know what I mean? Because the childhood, it's how you're developed, you know? They should tell you why. That isn't right. Why are your parents hiding like the reason that you went to a mental hospital? That don't sound right. That's terrible. That's almost like my dad throwing me in a mental hospital when I was 12 when I didn't have any mental health issues. That's terrible, man. Psychotic episode. Psychosis. Yeah, that happens, I guess, you know. There's a lot of people that go uh to these mental hospitals and they get like psychosis basically and it can mess with their reality in times. I know I fucking had that. That isn't good. That's terrible, man. You don't deserve that shit. I'm not really into metal really. I don't listen to a lot of metal. Like I guess the music I like are like house music, uh like lo-fi house, deep house, techno, um like kind of more mellow on the EDM side. I like rap. I like the 90s rap. I like the 2000s rap, underground rap. Uh, I like the lyrical rap. Some songs that are catchy on the radio, I like with rap. Classic rock, tiny bit of country, not a lot really. Ambient music. Oh, I forgot what EDM too. That synth wave. It's another one here. R&B. That's another one. I was in R&B. That's about it though. Antipsychotic. Yeah, yep. That's what the once you're in a mental hospital, they slip some antipsychotics down your throat, or some mood stabilizers, some SSRIs. That's I mean, if you had a psychotic break, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna give you antipsychotics. They're probably gonna give you like some Abilify. They're gonna give you like Rexulti, They'll probably give you uh like Risperdal or like Seroquel, like shit like that, you know. Oh yeah, I mean I'll agree with that Final Destination. Yeah, that's the thing that women will have it easier on with that. Like if they are attractive, they're gonna gain more followers. I guess the thing is that they get all this attention, but are they genuinely into her because she's cool, or is because she's attractive with her looks? You know, there's a difference. You know, I guess that's kind of like what like a woman could struggle with that. I guess, right? So, but yeah, a lot of times they get all this attention though, more than men. That's one thing. I don't know how long would I be live for. It's 140. Guess for a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know all these people on YouTube. I know a good amount of them, but not all of them though. I think once you see most of them, you kind of know what most of them are about. Unless like they have some sort of they're more entertaining in a way, and you may like them more, you know. In many ways. Yeah. Yeah, they can. Can't stop laughing. Yeah, I know that feeling, man. Be nice to have a laugh at times. Instagram took everyone's girl. Yeah, yeah. Go on Instagram and that's my follow. I followed her. That's not yours. Where do I live? I live in South Dakota. It's where I live. I used to live in Philly not too long ago, and I became homeless, and I moved up here, and now I want to get out of here. So, I'd rather be a fucking slave. That's why I'm here. I'm here to slave in this world. Why would I want to be free when I can be slaving for the guy up top? What kind of question's that? Yeah, I mean, the only way if I'm free is if I'm, down here, you know? Guys get what I'm saying. Online validation? Yeah, I mean, some women do it on purpose, you know? Some women do it for as an advantage. They see that they don't have to work. They see that I can use my attraction to bring along money, some income. So that's what they'll do, man. Where do I live? I already said it already, dude. Animosity? Yeah, I heard of that guy too on YouTube. I don't know too much about him. I don't have an opinion on him. So, yeah, they don't really. They kind of they just say, "Oh, I want a kid to like take care of me when I'm older. I want a kid to just to name it. I just want to see my kid walk. I want to see my kid just grow up. I want my kid to work a job." Yeah, they don't think about other things though. Right. What's up, Gorilla Bear Tech? What's going on, man? What's good with me? Not doing well, man. To be honest with you, kind of felt really bad today, and I kind of didn't go to work because of my boss and dealing with his passive aggressiveness and how I'm just stressed out, you know. I'm just not feeling well. But at least the YouTube lives kind of cheer me up. And tomorrow I'm not going to work. I'm trying to just say I'm not feeling well, and that's it. And tell I'm coming in Monday if I do come in. But just I'm just not feeling well, you know. It's kind of I just feel tired. Yeah, I wouldn't say all women are narcs, man. I wouldn't say all of them, man. There's men that can be narcs also, too, you know. Not all of them are like that. Yeah, the glasses, yep. I can't see without them. Women wait till it's too late to find an ex-boyfriend or have a relationship when a guy's older. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I agree with that, man. I agree. Yeah, they like the cyberbully race. You know what I'm talking about. You were there. They love the cyberbully and some bullshit, man. It's pathetic. Maybe they changed. I haven't heard from them in a while, but it's pathetic that they would do stuff to other people. I don't even know them like that, you know? Send, like, post memes of certain people on the Discord and try to put them down. It's just pathetic, you know? Idiotic. Toxic positivity. Yeah, that's everywhere, man. Seems everywhere. People are toxic with their positivity all the time. Talk like Beavis. I usually get the butthead kind of talk. Yeah, that's a first, I guess. Yeah, not easy to multitask, that's for sure. It's not easy for that. I'm not the best multitasker, especially if I'm doing homework. I probably have to just straight up focus on that. But yeah, I mean, if you can listen to the live and do your homework, I guess that's good, you know. Yeah, yep. There is women that have more options, yep. They get more of the attention than men, I guess. Makes more sense to me. So, be the change will change. Yeah, exactly right. Like you being the change isn't gonna change the world. This world will always be messed up. I guess you being the change for trying to, if you're capable to, for getting a quality of life for yourself, I guess it's worth it. But you know, I don't know that one. Make things overcomplicated for no reason. Yeah, they do. They expect you to do these milestones, and if you don't like want to conform, they put you down. They It's all kinds of crap, man. Yeah, prenup doesn't guarantee that it's gonna help at all, right? Yeah, marriage is I mean, I guess as a man it just isn't worth it, you know? It ain't worth it. Yeah, right. Can't be a role model to someone. Try to be a role model to a person that's a terrible person, right? They have to be willing to change to do that. That's not always they're not willing to change. Yeah, it is the cousin of death. Yep. Yeah, pretty much. Your mom spread the legs, and your dad came in. And he, you know, gambled with your existence, and that's how you're here. Yeah, that's terrible. I mean, sounds like to me, it seems like you don't like your mom. You don't like what she done to you, and that's terrible. You don't deserve it or ask for it. You know. Many people prefer to be jerks and complacent. Yeah, I agree, man. I mean, there's times where I'm an asshole too. I'm not always a good person. But yeah, it doesn't excuse myself to be that way. You try your best to not be like a jerk or and shit like that. But yeah, but there's people that rather be jerks and complacent. They just rather be that way and put others down. And that isn't cool. Yeah, right? Life without sleep? Imagine that. We would be working 24 hours. That's what that means. So be grateful that you had sleep. I'll see you a couple beers. Cool talking to you, man. We'll be doing another live tomorrow, maybe, or something. Yeah, there's a lot of women that act like that. Yep, I agree, man. Get a black cat. Yeah, that would help, man. I'm actually starting to miss the black cat, to be honest with you. Be seeing these YouTube videos on the shorts, and um, I would see the black cat ones. It kind of makes me miss the cat. Who knows? Maybe I'll come back to Pennsylvania and maybe I'll visit the cat. You know, maybe it'll be on YouTube again. I mean, I guess there's one video where you can hear it meow and stuff, but that's about it. But my old channel is on there a lot. Yeah, you want the basics? Yeah, right. That's the thing. There's a lot of places out there that make it hard to get your just the basics, right? I mean, at least where I live, I get the basics. I guess that's one pro about me moving up here. I get the basics, and I don't have to worry too much, right? Even though I have to still be frugal, right? Like, yeah, like I'm having trouble with my job. I may get a new one, but even when I get a new job, like I guess I could be still okay, somewhat. But yeah, other parts of the U.S., like it's expensive as shit. It's hard to even get the basics out there. How's it so far? I don't really like it, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, the cost of living's okay. It's doable. The short commutes are good, like to go to your job or um, going to get your essentials, like the grocery store, or you want to get your car checked out at a mechanic, or um, like you can like things are close, like food, like if you want to get some takeout or something. But I don't like it. It's just it's very isolating here. The weather's really bad. It affects my moods, and my bipolar gets worse, and um it's very family oriented. I'm not crazy about it. Um I'll say the people can be passive aggressive here more than where I'm from, it seems. Not everybody, I'm not generalizing, but it's just it's what I experienced so far. I guess low unemployment rate's good here. That's a pro. I just don't like living here though, man. I was homeless. I didn't know where to go. My mindset was just like cost of living. I want to live somewhere far from my family, and that's what I did. I wasn't considering like other things that will make me content, like the weather, um, like things to do or stuff like that, right? So after when I'm like in June, I'm gonna try to get out of here, and I don't know where I'm gonna go though. Is the problem? I don't. That's something I have to figure out, and I just hope I could like tolerate a job, right? Because this job I'm at's making me worse. It's uh making me shut down. So hopefully, like if I find another job, I could just tolerate till the lease is over, basically, and I can leave. So I'm not crazy about here. It's just kind of I don't know. Enough of me ranting about this fucking state too much. But there's good things here. Like I guess Mount Rushmore is cool. Like the other side of South Dakota is better than where I'm at. Like I live in Sioux Falls, but Rapid City's better over there. And you have more of the nature. There's mountains actually. There's a cliff jump I went to that was chilling. So yeah, I just don't fit in here. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I don't fit in. Yeah, I mean, I don't like to try to play the Suffering Olympics Final Destination, but yeah, men's suffering in this world it needs to be addressed. It shouldn't be ignored. So, what's the difference? I guess one's south, one's north. Nah, but I guess I think South Dakota has more of a more attractions, I guess. Like you have one of the wonders of the world, like the Mount Rushmore or something, and North Dakota is kind of more colder, I guess, is more up north, and I don't know, man. That's kind of a good question. I don't know. How's my mental health? Bad, man. My mental health hasn't been good right now, especially today. Like I didn't even go to work, and I'm not coming to work today because just my mental health is really bad. It's just kind of can't deal with the job, and just I'm just gonna try to take a break for over the weekend. I could come into work the next day, and I just feel stressed. I feel uncertain with my future, and I just feel the weather is making me worse with my mental health too. Um, it's just hard to adjust here, and I just can't like when I was homeless, I was even worse. I was just out of it, and I just couldn't function right. And earlier this year, before I was homeless, I was better. I was neutral and stuff like that. But once my dad just was uh, yelling and screaming at me all the time, and I got an incident with him at work. I just shut down. I got really depressed, and that's is when I kind of got rid of my old channel basically, and this was when couldn't um I couldn't get out of bed, and my dad was really up my ass because he thinks I'm lazy when I'm not. So I worked with him every day, and just yeah, my mental health was just getting worse, and then up to now, it's getting bad again. I'm trying to get better, basically. So How I differentiate social media versus reality? Um, I mean, I guess there's a lot of things on social media that are fake. There's a lot of people that fake, they speak fake on there, and they over exaggerate. They lure in people to believe in them. And I guess in reality, it's not like that. Not everyone over exaggerates what they're doing on YouTube, for example. Right? I mean, social media just kind of some of that stuff can it has is real stuff in there, obviously, right? But um, I guess reality is just kind of reality isn't always like social media. I guess kind of hard to word that. Yeah, I agree, Josh. Unfortunately, we have to accept this damn life, even though it's unacceptable, right? Yeah, it does make you better. I agree, man. Yeah, right. Because they're using you. They're using you because you have money. It's not because they love you, right? Like if they wanted money, they should pay you back too, right? With something. Yeah, you're allowed to dislike life, You're allowed to not like things. Like when people say you should like life, you should be positive, like that's just ignoring what you're going through. It's pathetic. It's toxic positivity shit. South Dakota peaceful. I mean, I guess low crime rate where I'm at. Even though there is some bad shit actually that happens here, it's just I mean, I guess it's more peaceful than other places if you think of it that way. Um, I guess since it's more family oriented, it does seem more peaceful, I guess. I mean, I guess being family oriented doesn't mean that necessarily, but it's just I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't like people that think highly of themselves, anyways. Constantly. Man, that's true. They are the creators. Yeah, I don't generalize all women that way, but guess there is some truth in the comments. That's all I gotta say. What do I look for in a man? A man that's respectful, a man that's good in bed, a man that is loyal to me. uh, yep, we didn't choose our gender or sex. Yep. Yeah, yep, it's different, right? Men or women are different. Like uh, men's issues are a lot of their issues are ignored than women's. A lot of women's are addressed, but I don't like say that women don't have issues because they do. They do have loneliness. They do have problems. It's just something I can't relate to a lot of times, but it's um, it's just different. That's all I gotta say. human meat. I guess we're cannibals then. Bill Cooper, who's that guy? I don't know who that is. Yeah, Bill Burr's pretty funny, I'll say. Thoughts on conspiracy theories? I'm not a conspiracy theorist myself, but I think there's conspiracy theories in like politics, for example, that can be conspiracies, right? But other things, like I'm not really a big conspiracy theorist on. Like anything could be so-called conspiracy, but it's just I don't. I think conspiracies. Sometimes people do this conspiracy stuff to kind of like for attention too. Sometimes, but I think they are real. There is things that are conspiracy, like the JFK thing is, and I think 9/11 is a conspiracy in a way. Um, what else? I guess like the Epstein shit. I guess but yeah, I'm not a big conspiracy theorist. I'm mostly like a science person. I'm kind of like seeing like where's the proof, where's the evidence type of thing. I don't really. I'm just not a big conspiracy theorist. What's up, Sema Way? What's going on, man? Leonardo da Vinci. Yeah, he's a player, Leonardo DiCaprio. On the server, the Raptor. Raptor fuck. Oh yeah, I remember that, man. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that shit on the server. You didn't like it though? Yeah, you guys were talking about the sports all the time. You guys were talking about like FanDuel and trying to do the parlays a lot of times. You guys were going at it there. Studying for my health and life insurance certification. Everything's everything's in Spanish. Damn, that must be kind of hard actually. That's definitely probably not easy trying to translate everything word for word with that. So, pissed? How come you're mad, man? That's not good. When all your work in French. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to learn a different language, though. I mean, I tried in school with Spanish, but it just wasn't good. They weren't good at teaching. Yeah, Shelby is a crybaby. Yep. She's doing it for views, and she's trying to lure in people for money. It's all it's about. She's uh, she's faking it, using it for Raymond Thoughts audience. You got a big argument with Shelby? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I mean, every man on there should be in an argument with her. What's wrong with Truth Tiger? I don't think there's nothing wrong with him. Yeah, right. I agree with that sentiment way. People in this community want to bully others, and it's just what's the point in that when there's a lot of people that've been bullied in this community and they want to try to find some cool people to talk to. They want to try to open up and try to find ways to cope and try to figure out ways to get better, right? In their real life. And then there's just people on here that just want to see it at your downfall for no fucking reason. Pathetic, man. Yeah, I agree. What's the audacity to bully people in this community, you know? I mean, who cares? Like, if he's gay or bi, like, who cares, you know? He's into what he's into, basically. Do I hit the gym? Nah, I stay in my bed all day. Nah, I don't think so, Shay. I don't. I think they're talking about Truth Tiger. I think this other guy. Loon's a fraud. I wouldn't say she's a fraud. I don't think so. I don't like what happened on the Discord, but um, I don't think she's totally a fraud, though. You know. Yeah. There is a lot of women that go to attention that the gym. I mean, they just wear they they go to the gym and they expose themselves and they want other guys to check them out and you know, I mean, men do it too. You know, there's men that go to the gym for attention, try to. I guess that's kind of like me, like wear a tank top and show off your delts, you know, but for women, it's kind of different. It's kind of more sexual, kind of, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I kind of understand why he did that, though. He doesn't want to deal with like the toxicity and all that stuff, you know. I mean, I guess that's what the reason is with the comments. And he's trying to make an income, you know. I kind of get it, you know. Guess if you don't want to work at 9 to 5, I guess you kind of have to do that. But I guess that the downside is like there's gonna be people that don't like that, and people want to see variety, and a lot of times people will be posting the same videos more, you know, because they don't want their YouTube to be down, their income. Yeah, some people don't want to interact with people as much, you know. I'm just kind of different. I use it to talk to people on, you know. So, I mean, you can only talk so much about the black pill, you know. I mean, there's things to talk about, but it's hard to kind of talk about other things. It's not easy on here, you know. Why they go to the bars? I guess some of them want to be with their friends. They want to have a good time, right? And then there's ones that want to hook up with other dudes, and then that happens when they don't protect themselves, and the kid comes out. And then there's women that go there that want to expose themselves there and they want to reject dudes for fun, and that isn't cool. That one and then there's women that go to bars because their friends forced them to go out or something and they don't like it or it's a lot of shit. I mean, a lot of them will go to be sleeping around mostly. So, proud, Josh. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times, like, it's not your fault when you have mental health problems, man. A lot of it's be coming from your genetics, right? Or it could be just bad problems that you dealt with throughout your life, like trauma, like traumatic childhoods. Um, it sucks, basically. A few videos ago, one of your viewers was wanting to ask a girl out in his class. I don't know, man. I kind of forget, to be honest with you. Man, hopefully he got that girl, I guess. Hopefully he asked that girl out and she said yes. That'll be kind of good. Yeah, free drinks. Yep. Sometimes the dudes get free drinks from the women if they're high in the black pill, and looks. Women will buy the dude a free drink because they're into him. Yeah, I agree. There's women out there get free drinks also. I guess simps do it. Whoops, what am I doing here? Yeah, he's a he's pretty conservative, Raymond. And I don't agree with his religious stuff, but he's entertaining though. I like Raymond. I kind of been watching him that much though. Yeah, I mean, there's people in the black pill community that believe in God, so it's diverse with that shit. I mean, if they went extinct, how would there be no humans? What's the problem with women? I mean, I guess like I guess like how I guess like with the men shit, like women's issues are being addressed, men's are ignored, and it's I guess that's causing a problem. And there's certain things that women have things easier than men that causes problems and it just starts gender wars. It's not a good thing. It's I think men and women need to sit down and need to talk to each other and try to figure out ways that to understand each other, even though you'll never be in their shoes and stuff like that. So Yeah, I mean that's up to you if you want to respect your parents or not, you know. You don't have to if they disrespect you. Yeah, the housing market's outrageous, man. I guess the only way if you want to buy a house, if you're like a millennial or Gen Z, is if you get along with your parents and you're able to live rent free with them and save, right? If you're capable of doing it, and if you have enough money, you can when living with your parents, you could put a down payment on a house, you know, and that's what I know of people that were in my high school that saved up. They saved up for a house, and that's the only way they did it. And they knew people. It's like connections and all kinds of shit, man. But there's cons of people owning a house, man. Like I lived in like a middle class, upper middle class neighborhood, and the house was a decent size with a decent yard and shit. And you know, all I had done was I was working on the house all the time. I was like always doing yard work. I was always trying to make the house look nice. It just sucks, you know, owning a house. Especially if you're just like a single dude, just kind of, you know. But I guess if you own a condo, you own a townhouse, it's a little different, but I don't know. Just rambling now. Uh I would say no, don't tell your teacher that. Yeah, yep. Pursuing a piece of paper is exactly right. I mean, the money's not the issue, it's the person using it, you know. It's a tool. Once someone uses it for like reasons to like exploit other people or they use it in bad ways, that's when it's bad, you know. And that's why the economy's messed up because of people, you know. Like politicians using your tax money for things that don't help people go in their pockets or something, you know. Ever go on a shooting range? No, I never been to one. I can't because of my bipolar disorder. I'm not allowed to hold a gun or anything. I used to my grandma's house. She had a farmhouse, and I lived across a place that had a shooting range. I would hear it all the time because it was loud. They had like rifles and shit. What's all the tragic reality hate, man? Man, a lot of people not liking tragic reality in this chat. I don't think there's anything wrong with him, to be honest. People never change. Yeah, people don't really change 100%, man. I agree. Another one saying is like people change with age. That's false too, you know. There's a lot of people that change for the worse. Yeah, I mean, if you want to reduce pain and suffering for your bloodline, I guess it is best to be like anti-natalist, you know, and kind of like say if you want less problems, right? People would have to not reproduce. Most people, so that's what that is. Man, I mean, if it like say extinction, right? Like if say if people stop reproducing, that's a natural way of things humans not coming in this world, you know. That's how I viewed it. I never viewed it as like a way where you speed it up. You wanna you wanna cause more pain and suffering because that's not part of the meaning behind it, you know. So yeah, I mean, I could agree, man. I mean, they could be a red flag, you know. It's not all of them. I mean, it depends how many tattoos and what kind they have, you know. I mean, it's up to you if you want to smoke weed. If you want to, you can. You don't, you know. Yeah, I know you like smoking weed, Race. Yeah, as long as it makes you feel good and it helps you in your life, you know, and there's nothing wrong with it, man. I don't smoke weed. It makes me feel worse. So I don't smoke. Role models? No, not really. I mean, I kind of looked up to like NBA players when I was a kid, but they weren't really role models. They were just like my favorite players. I mean, I never really had a role model that um, impacted my life, I guess, if that's what you're talking about. Hmm. Yeah, I took in Molly before. It was nice, I'll say. Was supposed to do it at some outdoor rave, but I did it in an indoor facility in Philly because it rained out. It was still a good time though, but I never got into psychedelics because I didn't know how it would affect me because how weed kind of was, and I almost tried acid in college and just um, was kind of afraid to do it with these people because of my bad experiences smoking weed with others in high school. So I never did it. So that's a mystery, I guess. I don't know how I would feel taking psychedelics now, but if I take them now with this medicine, I don't know if I would react right to them. So you're back from the trip, Daniels. What trip was that? Yeah, it is a real thing. Yeah, I mean, I think women's loneliness is real. Also, you know, like I don't think loneliness is good for anybody. You know, I think men's loneliness, like I keep saying, needs to be addressed. It needs to stop being ignored in society. So, right? Because if men's loneliness was addressed more, maybe there will be less men uh thinking that women are not lonely because women do get lonely at times just as much as men. It's just needs to be addressed, you know. Needs to stop being ignored. Damn, that's terrible, Isaiah Jordan. That's terrible, man. Don't deserve that or ask for it. Yeah, that's the thing with like these parents. Like why would they have a child if they didn't have the money towards the child? They didn't financially prepare the child, take care of it. It's just selfish, you know. It isn't cool. It's not right. Yeah, that's a bad double standard, Final Destination. I agree with that. Need to stop with that shit. Should we care about the environment? Didn't I talk about this before? Uh, what did I say about that? I said that, I mean, if you care about the environment, that means you want to care about other sentient beings. So you don't want to, like, cause, like, destruction to them. So, um, but I guess if you're, like, an F-list, it's kind of, I don't know, man. It's, but if you do care about the environment, you would really focus on the climate change and not making it worse. So try to reduce like fossil fuels coming up there, stuff like that, you know? Yeah, yep. Live in Florida. Yeah, I'll say I would like to live down there, man. Be more, I would be better suited there than here. Wish I decided to live down there when I was homeless, but um, yeah, but hopefully things are okay with you, man. Yeah, yep. Some women can get really insecure and they will try to do a lot of their makeup and try to look pretty for them, you know, and they don't need to do all that to impress a man, really. Yeah, that's terrible, Isaiah Jordan. You don't deserve seeing that fight between your mom and dad. It's pathetic. That's another thing about these parents. They argue in front of their kids and they don't even realize like what these kids will go through um, when they witness that, right? So that isn't good. Yeah, my parents argued a shit ton when I was younger, you know. My parents divorced when I was 6, and even when my parents divorced, they would fucking argue about custody all throughout my childhood, all the fucking time. Stupid shit. Do I think there's a place that would fit in? Um, Probably not 100% to be honest with you. I feel like if I moved somewhere else, I would still have problems. I would still have like my issues would come with me, you know? Um, I mean, I guess if I wanted to live in like a better climate, then I guess I would feel better, but maybe say if I live in a better climate, maybe the cost of living will be higher and maybe I would struggle more with money or something um or maybe I move somewhere and I dislike the people there even more, you know? Um yeah, sometimes if you move somewhere, it's you may not just 100% fit in with the place you live at, I guess. So, yeah, I mean, I think there's other places I would probably be better suited in, but it's not like 100%, if that makes sense. So, yeah, it's not easy to save money, man. It's not an easy thing. even if you try your budget and stuff, like some health scare could come, like something, some bill pops up, it's just kind of, it's not easy. I mean, I know when I was with my dad and I was living rent free, it was a lot easier. It's a lot easier to save and try to keep more money. But I guess even if you live with your parents, it can be harder if your parents uh make you pay rent for them and shit like that. It's just that sucks too. Yeah, even I guess even if you try to like say have roommates or you try to budget your money better and you live below your means, it's not easy, man. It's not easy to save money, but I guess it could be doable. It could be you could save a little bit, but is it going to be a lot of money? Probably not a lot. It depends, I guess. And then if you try the hustle, the grind, like you try that shit, um, that could burn you out if you're not careful with your mind and body with it. So that's what sucks about that. It's terrible. Yeah, I guess there's things I guess like say people could tweak with their money, like they can try to focus on like buying things they need more than wants, but it's not easy. I mean, at least you are saving money. You don't want to put yourself down all the time, right? It's just not easy. Try to increase your income's a lot of money. Like going to school to put on debt, right? Like what's the point? Sometimes, but just to get a quality life's expensive. Seems like. What's up, Ray? What's going on, man? Yeah, I'll be doing your video requests this weekend. So yeah, you're in Japan, right? I remember you said you were going there the one time. How was that, man? I feel like everyone deserves to go somewhere and try to enjoy themselves. You're an outsider there? Yeah, I mean, I guess that would make sense. Like kind of. I mean, if you go to a place like that, it's not easy to just kind of blend in a place. Like I know when I went to places by like I'll say even when I went to LA by myself, I didn't really fit in with the LA superficial shit or kind of how people were like snobby. Sometimes like you just see the culture and you just kind of you feel like an outsider. I don't know if that's how you felt, but hopefully you had a good time, man. It's good that you went out there. I think it's cool to see different countries and stuff. So, and I feel like Japan's a cool country to see too. So, yeah, I wish I didn't have autism, man. I wish I didn't have like this bipolar shit. I mean, I guess I'm pretty good looking, but certain things in my life kind of make me struggle. It fucking sucks. I mean, I think it's valid to think that way. It's when your genetics kind of limit you on certain things that you need in life. And stuff that makes you have a hard time like functioning in this life. It's valid to think that way. Yeah, I agree with that, Race. I agree. It isn't easy to motivate yourself. Especially when you're in a place where you're not feeling good. What was my dad's main issue with you? Oh, and how I Well, I guess me, I was kind of like this, just kind of, I was depressed. I wasn't getting out of bed, and I was working with my dad a lot, but I just couldn't work with him because he was screaming, he was yelling at me, and there was this one time I was taking these annuals out, and I picked them out. I thought they were fucking weeds, and he yelled at me, and I just fucking went ape shit on him, and I screamed at him, and I didn't like his worker that he hired, and I just uh, had a problem. And then after that, I just shut down. I just kind of was laying in my room a lot. I would only go to the gym when I just wanted to get out of the house, and my dad was giving me mean looks when I was laying down. And then my dad like said something to me in the kitchen. Was it? He was saying like, "Why you ain't coming to work?" And I told him I was depressed and I just wasn't feeling good. And he called me lazy, and then that's how it happened. Now I flipped the table, I grabbed a chair, I broke a bunch of glass, and I couldn't deal with him no more. He just was always fucking like angry and just. I mean, I think that's the biggest regret I had in my life. It was just living with my dad for that long, thinking that I would do well with him with his business, and just it just never worked, you know. And now it's kind of like where I'm at now, you know. It's terrible. But yeah, that's the main issue with my dad. He just didn't like me laying around. He thought I was lazy. That's what he thinks. So yeah, it is easier said than done. Motivation. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it did ruin dating. That's for sure. I'll agree with that, man. King of the Hill. Yeah, that's a good show. I like that. I'll take South Park over Family Guy. Yeah, yep. I agree, man. Weren't made for these iPhones or Androids out there. Yeah, they are every person that has a kid is selfish, man. And they never could majority of the time they don't consider anything bad to happen to their kids. Majority of the time. He has over 1,000. Probably. I mean, he's got the status, you know. I mean, probably most of it might have been status wise, you know. I mean, that's what happens when you have like status like that. You could definitely get more of a body count that way. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they remember how many bodies they had, you know. Uh, Sex is overrated. Yes, it can be, man. Like sex can ruin your life. You can have sex with some girl like one night stand. You don't protect yourself, then you have a kid, you know. Now you have a kid to take care of. Now you weren't meant to have a kid. Now your kid wants to find out why you had him here or her, you know. Sex could cause a lot of problems like cheating and STDs. Uh, Sex is like it's just a powerful fucking thing for humans, you know. Just that fucking feeling, just that. sex can just it's just it's just not everything in life, but you know. Yeah, I like 2.5 Men. It's a good show. Gary Owens. Yeah, my friend's into Gary Owens. He likes him as a comedian. And I don't really watch him too much though, but my friend does. He probably done a good amount. Probably definitely done a good amount of coke. Thoughts on Sanity Machine? Um, I'm not crazy about that guy, that YouTuber. To be honest with you, he's that guy's trying to say that red pill option is scamming other YouTubers with his topics and stuff, and he's trying to say like he's trying to accuse like me and like life is overrated that shit. I think too. So it's I'm not crazy about him with that. That's the only thing I know about Sanity Machine was he was accusing red pill option and stuff. It's just I mean, there's nothing wrong with talk about things that are similar to others, and you have your own perspective. I don't see anything wrong with that. And this guy is just he's just not liking it because he's not getting the views that Red Pill Option is having. It's just jealousy. That's what I'm seeing on there with Sandy Machine. Yeah, that's what they all say. They don't want to hear like the brutal truth, even though it's like sad. They don't want to hear that. That's what it is, man. That's how they react. Yeah, anti-nails community shouldn't be about like the black pill women shit on there. I always thought anti-nihilism was trying to reduce the pain and suffering in this world by not having a child and while you're living, trying to find ways to reduce that pain and suffering that you're going through. And if everyone else did the same thing, then there'll be low birth rates, and then there will be no people in this world. But yeah, but a lot of the times, people in the anti-nails community can be too toxic with the women shit. It's not if you consider yourself an anti-nailist and you think that women don't suffer, they don't do this, then you're not an anti-nailist. You're a black pillar. I mean, if you're an anti-nailist, you gotta consider everyone's suffering and pain. It doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, I mean, like for me, for example, I do see that. Whoops. I mean, I said that men's uh like pain and shit like that is ignored in issues, right? But you gotta acknowledge like women's stuff too. Like, say if you're an anti-nihilist, right? So, like, it shouldn't be about the suffering Olympics with that shit. I don't know. That's just how I always viewed that. And I think the black pill shit can I kind of understand where they correlate to each other, because it makes kind of sense, like with the looks and the genetics and stuff. But it's it gets to the point where it's like toxic with the incel shit. It's toxicity. Humans create gods. I don't know. I think they want to exploit people. That's what that means. That's why they create the Bible. They want to control. They want to exploit others to think this way. That's what I think. Yeah, I always question that too, Race. Why am I here? What am I fucking doing here? Why the fuck am I born? I never asked for it, right? Why am I struggling? Why am I happy here? You know? All kinds of shit. Born to die, cope. Yeah, it's basically kind of what it is, man. Yeah, it feels like a prison. I mean, I still think that way. Yeah, anti-government. I mean, I mean, there's there's politicians out there that can be good, you know. There's ones that can be overlooked in government, and those people are not elected usually. I mean, the thing is with the government, there's so many like bad history with the government that uh people just can't trust them, you know. And I can see why like a lot of Republicans are just kind of like that, you know. They don't trust their government. They want less taxes. Like they want they want their they think that their taxes are like not going to the shit they want, you know. And it happens. It happens with the government. They take your tax money, they put it in their pocket, you know. Um, I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know if it's like delayed. I don't think so though. Oh, what's a? We'll use this one. We'll end this one here. We'll do a little bit more of a live, and that's it.